Well, you are on the platform. Let's deal first with what happened overnight. Donald Trump goes to the United Nations and tells them what any right-thinking person here or anywhere else in the world knows. The UN is a crock. It is now overtaken by woke lanyard wearers who really don't understand the value of nationhood, the value of sticking to your values, the value of anything. So Donald Trump, who I think yesterday, along with RFK, was going full cooker on this Tylenol causes autism rubbish and this Panadol causes autism rubbish, which is just total cooker theory. But Trump saves himself. He goes to the United Nations and he says, I stand with Israel, I stand against Hamas, stick your Palestinian state where the sun don't shine. And they sit there, the fat cats on their comfortable salaries with their diplomatic immunity, sit there at the UN squirming. He also, of course, launched into climate change. And the BBC's coverage says the overwhelming majority of scientists and experts agree that climate change is caused by humans and is real. What a load of todge, BBC. Trump also levelled criticism at UN assistance for asylum seekers, saying the organisation was funding an assault on Western countries by offering cash support. And he singled out Europe, saying it was in serious trouble over migration. He said, we have a big heart for places that are struggling. We have to solve the problems in their country, he said. But look, and the liberal media, of course, will rip into Trump. But I think he said what a lot of us are thinking. And I hope that Trump speech, and apparently everything broke down, the teleprompter didn't work there, which was clearly a deliberate attempt to derail his speech by the wokesters at the United Nations. I'm going to call that. I hope Winston Peters was listening to that speech. And I hope he was listening to that speech ahead of a speech he's got to give on Saturday about whether or not this country recognises a Palestinian state. And I think there is a way forward. I think Winston Peters is going to say we will recognise a Palestinian state when Hamas has been wiped from the earth, when all the hostages are home, when Palestine repudiates violence, the Palestinian state repudiates violence as a way forward, and we negotiate whatever the Palestinian state looks like. Of course, we should just say no, go and live in Jordan or Egypt or Gaza once you've stopped firing rockets out of Gaza. But good on Donald Trump. I'm allowed to say that because we're a hard-right Nazi media outlet. But as I say, I thought he was losing the plot with the old cookerism on Tylenol and paracetamol with autism yesterday. And then he goes and pulls it out of the hat and just tells the UN to stick it and takes a stand for decency. Isn't he an absolute contradiction in terms, Donald Trump? Sometimes he's can be brilliant one moment and absolutely appalling the next, and vice versa.